Good Wednesday evening, everyone. I wanted to go ahead and record this video, so you're going to have to forgive the lighting because I'm just getting back from playing cards, Wednesday wind down, and wanted to go ahead and put this up this evening while it's still fresh on my mind. So last month I posted a link on my LinkedIn page, on Threads, and on my Facebook page. It's a site that helps families with grants for equipment or anything else pertaining to raising a special needs child. Most of that grant information that you can apply for, the child has to be 21 or younger. So Miss Maria being 27, a lot of the stuff that was on there I could not apply for. I haven't finished going through everything, and they update it very regularly. So I encourage everyone in need to go ahead and visit that site so that you can get the assistance that you need. I wish that we had access to something like that when Maria was a child. So I'm not the only advocate out there, but please, if you're in need, at the very least, Google special needs funding. You can visit my LinkedIn page. It's open to the public. So is my Threads. On Threads, I'm Raina Keisha. And I preface the message with that because I don't think a lot of the typical community realizes how much special needs equipment costs. And my family and I had a conversation around that because of the Paralympics. So with the typical Olympics, the United States earned more medals than any other country. But when it came to the Paralympics, we were actually ranked third as far as the medal count, if you kept up with it. And my family and I had a discussion about that because in the United States, of course, there is no universal health care for citizens. And the equipment that it takes, I was so impressed with the people that were in the relay that had the wheelchairs. And even there was a swimmer from Brazil who held a towel in his teeth at the start because he didn't have any limbs. He didn't have arms or legs, and he won his race. I mean, the population that is most inspiring generally gets the least attention, and they are the best amongst us, in my opinion. But I said all that to say equipment is very expensive. So we have the athletes. I'm sure we have the talent here in the United States. But if you do not have massive amounts of money, or if you do not have sponsorship, or if you are not the loud will, the squeaky voice, then you don't get the things that you need to thrive as a special needs person in our society. So just for example, I used to joke with Maria when she was a little younger because her wheelchairs have always cost between $20,000 and $30,000. And so it's like, do you want to buy a wheelchair or do you want to buy a car? And a lot of times people that need wheelchairs or other equipment, they do have, insurance will provide it every 5 years or every 7 years, depending where you are age-wise. I think when Maria was a youth, she got a wheelchair every 5 years. Now that she's over 21, she gets one every 7 years. So we didn't have a lot of athletes that represented the United States in the Paralympics, and that's mostly because we do not make those supplies available to our population, and it's unfortunate. So today I got an email about a state position that I was interested in, and they told me that I would be moved on to the hiring manager and they'd reach back out to me for an interview. And I was happy about that. And then I joked with my sister and my mother. I was like, ooh, once they see my name, they're not going to call me, because it's the same department that I had a hearing with yesterday morning. So when Maria was given the waiver here in Virginia, the Medicaid waiver, not only did it pay for her to live in a group home, but it also gave her 24-hour nursing care. And so what the Department of Behavioral Health does is every year they review Maria's need or her case, whatever you want to call it. And this year, as of April, they decided that she was okay with 16 hours of nursing care instead of the 24 that she initially received. So I appealed that decision, and yesterday we had the hearing. And pretty much the lady said that represented behavioral health, she said if I get a letter from Maria's primary care physician stating that she needs the 24 hours of nursing care, that they would probably reverse the decision and give her that care, which is a great thing. They gave me 10 days to get the letter in. So I've already called Maria's doctor and requested it, and hopefully, I'll have it in time by next Friday. But it's always, once we win one battle, there's the next battle to fight. It is the life of a special needs parent, of a family that is advocating for someone with special needs. And I don't think that that's something that's well known in our society. And so I just wanted to get on here and, discuss how we actually see the effects of that in real time. And I appreciate your time. Thank you for listening so much. I'll keep you all updated on the outcome of Maria's hearing, and hopefully I will be granted that interview and we'll move forward to the next hurdle we have to jump. So have a good evening, and I'll talk to you all soon. All right, y'all, I had to jump back on here. I'm going to add this to the end of the video that I just recorded instead of re-recording. I want this to be as authentic as possible. But my point of that whole video was, if we live long enough, we will all be put in a position where we need help, whether that be adaptive equipment or someone coming in to assist us. As we get older, we all get put into a position where the typical life that we currently live gets adapted in some type of way. So I think it's worth the conversation. It's worth the acknowledgement so that we can move our society forward and do what's right, not only for our current vulnerable populations, but for ourselves as we get older. And therefore, we're able to be more proactive instead of reactive. So again, thank you so much for your time. Stay blessed, and I will be back soon.